Hey, we're recording! Hello! Hi! And you are getting this video because you are a part of the Momentum Church 6th Birthday Wow Committee. And so it's a pretty honorable title. And we don't ask just anybody to get involved in these details. We pick the best of the best of the best. And so thank you for all that you're going to do to make sure this event that's coming up this Sunday is going to be an incredible moment and create wow moments for our guests as we celebrate together. One house, both campuses coming together to celebrate Momentum Church turning 6 years old. How incredible is that? And it's amazing to see and reflect all that God has done over the course of the last 6 years to where God has brought us here. And it is an event worth celebrating. And so before I get into the details, I'm going to spit out my gum, which I should have done before I started recording, but we're here now. And so I'm going to take a few minutes tonight to record this video to go over the details of all that we're going to do this coming up Sunday at each campus. And so my goal is to hit every little thing. I may miss something, and if I do, please don't hesitate to send me a text or give me a phone call over the time leading up to Sunday. And so I'm going to talk about 3 things that we're doing that requires your attention. The first thing we're going to do is create a lot of balloon excitement at each campus. And so number 1, balloons. I hope balloons is with 2 L's. It is with 2 L's, so we're good. Awesome. And so that's balloons at each campus. And so here's what you need to know. We have enough balloons to distribute 12 to 14 groupings, clusters of balloons. And so that's important because it is going to be up to you guys at Gulf Breeze and us in Navarre to place these clusters where they're going to create the most wow moments for our guests. And so that's going to vary per campus, you know. Navarre, we have a long walkway, so we're going to put a lot of our clusters on that walkway as our guests are walking up on both sides. Gulf Breeze, that may look different for you guys. And you know, there may be different areas that you want to add clusters to. You may not need 14 clusters. You may not need 12 clusters. You have enough for those. And so if you feel like it's going to look crazy and it's going to look not excellent to have that many out there, then don't do it. You know, do it with excellence and use your eye to make the most effective clusters as possible. And so essentially what we're looking to do, like I said, is to do 12 to 14 clusters. And those clusters are going to consist of 6 to 8 balloons, each clusters. Okay? Half blue balloons and half silver balloons. Okay? So try to do your best to read my handwriting. I know it's not great, but I'm trying my best. So show me some grace. I'm just kidding. So 12 to 14 clusters, 6 to 8 balloons in each cluster. Okay? Half of the balloons in each cluster are going to be blue, half are going to be silver. So you're looking at 3 to 4 balloons of blue, 3 to 4 balloons of silver in each cluster. And then in half of the clusters, we have, let me put it this way, you have 6 large 36-inch number 6s. Okay? And these balloons are large. They're about 3 feet tall. They have the number 6 on it. And so you're going to have 6 of these large 6s to put in 6 clusters, okay? And so that's important. And so you want to make sure you're going to have, you know, half of the clusters have that big silver 6. It's going to be a silver metallic 6. And then the other half are just going to be balloon clusters without them, okay? So you're going to have 6 large number 6s to put in these clusters, okay? So again, that's going to look different for each campus. And so if that doesn't make sense to you, what I said, please don't hesitate to send me a text or let me know. But that's that, okay? And so each campus is going to get 3 of these 15 bag balloons of blue, and 15 of these, and then 3 of the 15 silver bags. So essentially what you're going to get is 3 15 bags of blue and 15 bags of silver. That's a total of 90 balloons, I believe. 15, 30, 45, and then 45 times 2 is 90. So yeah, that's 90 balloons at each campus, okay? So that should be enough to successfully do 12 to 14 clusters, 6 to 8 balloons. You may have to play with it. So I haven't really done these yet, so I don't know if 5 balloons will look huge, or if like you may need to use 8 balloons in a cluster to make it feel first class and excellent. So as you're doing this, think Walt Disney World. Think as you're walking up to the Magic Kingdom and they've got the big balloons, like something that just is eye-popping, that catches our guest attention, and that looks good. Okay, it's got to be excellent. Balloons together, all the same height. And so I know it's a lot, and I know it's a lot of details, but the truth is these moments are going to wow our guests as we celebrate together this 6 years, okay? So that's the main balloon section, and then down here I talked about these 6 large number 6s, and we're going to get to that in a second. So Gulf Breeze, you are going to have at the office these balloon bags, 90 balloons, 3 bags of each color like I mentioned, and then you're also going to have 3 of these, okay? Now each of these say they do 50 balloons. I asked the guy, he said it's more like 35. And so he was like, but it's at least 35 balloons. He's really confident of that. So each campus is going to have 3 of these, okay? And please bring them back to the office when you're done if you have any excess. If you don't, you can throw them away. They have ribbon in there, okay? They have ribbon in there, but it's not going to be enough ribbon, so I still need to go tomorrow and get the ribbon. And so at the office, you're going to have 2 bundles. I'll bring the Navarre bundle to Navarre. Gulf Breeze, you'll need to bring a bundle, or your balloon bundle, to the Gulf Breeze campus. And it'll have 3 of these. It'll have 6 of these bags, 3 of each color, like I said, and it'll have the ribbon. Okay, and so that's the main balloons. Next, I want to make sure I got all of this. So you've got the 6 clusters with the big number 6, 6 without, and again that number could fluctuate depending on how many clusters you actually need to use. And so half of the cluster is blue, half of the cluster is going to be silver. Just to recap that, you've got 3 cans of this helium, and it'll do 35 balloons each can, so enough for 105 balloons. So there's margin there. Cool. And then let's talk about the big 6s, okay? So that's going to be the next thing we talk about tonight, is number 2, the big 6s. Okay, so these are already acquired. The Publix and Gulf Breeze proper. So they have these 6s. They're going to blow them up, and they're going to give them to us to transport to the campus. And so Navarre, Chelsea, you'll need to help me with this. We'll need to find someone who can drive these from downtown Gulf Breeze all the way to Navarre. What I can also do, and let me know your thoughts, is I could try to get ours in Navarre and then bring them to the Publix in Navarre and let them blow them up there. That'd be a shorter transport. So we can do that. I just need to talk through those details with you, Chelsea. So big 6s. So we're going to have, at each campus, you're going to have 6 big 6s for your clusters. Okay, and then you're going to have 3 other big 6s. Okay, one is going to be for kids check-in, where and I've talked to Amy and Crystal at each campus. They're going to be responsible for getting that cluster with that 6 in it for kids check-in. Okay, next you're going to have one at the adult. I'm going to call it the adult photo wall. That's going to be either in the hallway or outside. We want to make sure we get a cluster and a big number 6 that's going to be in there as well. And so if it just has the number 6 in it, that's okay. It doesn't have to have a cluster of balloons, but I think it may look cool if you can do that. So that's one adult photo wall, and then one large 36-inch number 6 at the kids photo booth. Okay, so that's a total of 9 big 6s per campus. These have already been purchased and paid for. All we need to do is go by the Publix and proper at at 6:30 a.m. is when they open, and get them and bring them to each campus. And like I said, I'll talk with Chelsea and we'll see if maybe it's a better idea to bring the Navarre ones to the Navarre Public since it's closer. But we'll talk through that detail. But for Gulf Breeze, obviously you'll just go to that Publix in Proper and get those blown up and bring them right over. And they're going to put them on stands. So full disclosure, they didn't have enough 6s, but they had 9s that were the exact same number, just flipped upside down. And so just make sure that when they're blowing them up, that if it says 9 on it, it's supposed to be a 6, and they flip it up. There's spots on each of the 9s to flip them upside down to tie them in. But so just inspect that. Make sure they don't hand you a 9. Make sure they hand you a 6. Okay. So I think that's it with the number 6. So 9 in Gulf Breeze, 9 in Navarre. These are the big 36-inch number 6. They're silver metallic balloons that we're talking about. And lastly, the ice cream. Let's talk through this. Okay, so I'll give you a second to take those notes if you can read that handwriting. And then I'm going to erase this and I'm going to put in the notes for the ice cream. Okay, so pause the video if you need to. Alright, we're going to start erasing this now. Excellent. We're over 10 minutes in the video, so thank you so much for hanging in there with me. You know, this would be a great opportunity to talk about delegation. You know, so recruit and delegate some of this stuff to your teams as much as you can. But let's talk about ice cream, okay? So number 3, ice cream. So in New Orleans culinary culture, they have this thing called lagniappe. It's this little something extra they put in a dish to create that wow factor, to make you wanting more, to walk away going, wow. And that's what we're going for with our guests, is to create those moments where they walk away going, wow. And so this is how we do that with excellence. This is going to blow them away. And so what we're going to do is, as our guests are walking out, okay, so as they leave the auditorium, as they leave the front door to go outside, we're going to have our greeting team passing out little cups of Bluebell ice cream. And so this is going to be awesome. So Gulf Breeze, I've already secured yours. Navarre, I still have not. I've got to work on that. I'm going to stop by Walmart and Publix on my way home tonight to work on that. But Gulf Breeze, yours is secured, which is really, really good. So I'm excited. So Gulf Breeze, here's the way it's going to work. There is a total of 1,000 things of ice cream. It's going to be a 60-40 split. And so Gulf Breeze is going to have 600 little things of ice cream. And in case you're wondering, that boils down to 50 bags of 12. Okay? 50 bags of 12. Okay? And so these are secured, these 50 bags, and they are sitting at the neighborhood Walmart in Proper Gulf Breeze. And this Gulf Breeze was so generous, so they only had 43 of these bags of 12, and so they allowed, and so we of course we cleared them out, and they are going to store all of that ice cream in their freezer for us to come and get Sunday morning. And so I had to go to Publix to get the extra 7 bags, but that Walmart was still willing to store those 7 bags we bought from Publix along with the 43 we bought from Walmart for a total of 50 bags for Gulf Breeze of 12 ice creams. So that is 600. And so they were generous enough to store that and allow us to go and to pick them up on Sunday morning. And so there's a couple of things we need to talk through here that's going to require some dialogue. And so I know this video has been long, but these details are so important, so thank you for sticking with us. I know it's almost 15 minutes right now. And so my question to you guys, if you send somebody over there at 9:30 or 9:40 to get just enough for the 9 and just enough for the 11, do you still need like coolers with dry ice to store them in? Or do you think that because it's coming directly from their freezer right to us, it can sit around for 30 minutes or 40 minutes in a cooler or something and not require that extra dry ice there? So we can do that. So Gulf Breeze, these are secured for you. Walmart has them, and they know that you're coming to get them, you need to tell them that you're from Momentum Church. Maggie is the store manager. She's not going to be there on Sunday. It's a girl named Christy. And let me just confirm that with you. Where are you, receipt? I have to find you. It's Publix. Here we go. Christy, I was right. Yeah, hey. Go with your gut, guys. So Christy is who you're going to ask for, okay? And Christy is going to be able to take that, but anybody there should be able to know, even if Christy's not there, ask for the manager and let them know you are from Momentum Church. These items have been paid for, secured. I'm gonna send you guys a couple of pictures so you can have them. One of the pictures I'm going to send you is a copy of that receipt, so that way you have it, and you could hand that to them to get for you, okay? She said she's going to box it up. I didn't know the split per gathering. And so that is something you're going to have to work through with them the morning of, or if you already know what that split's going to be, you're more than welcome to call ahead to that Gulf Breeze, that Walmart, let them know who you are and what's going on, and they'll be more than happy, I'm sure, to make that split for you ahead of time. And so Gulf Breeze, yours is secured. All that you need to do, Gulf Breeze, all that you need to do is go over there, get them, and then decide how you want to put them or store them in the time leading up to actually handing them out. I would also encourage you to get some kind of a basket or some kind of a system to hand those out. They do not come with spoons, so we're going to also provide spoons as well. And so I'll get those spoons. Those spoons will be at the office and with your bundles. Just making myself a note to do that. So Gulf Breeze, your action steps are below, okay? So you're going to need to blow up balloons day of, generate bundles. This, of course, is the clusters of balloons I'm talking about. You are going to need to pick up 9 6s from Publix. Okay. You are going to need to pick up ice cream and prepare to distribute 9 and 11. I told them it'd be around 9:30 or so. It would not be a bad idea to get there, I don't know. So that's a detail that I need y'all to jump in and give me your feedback on. And then Chelsea, I will reach out to you about the ice creams for Navarre and the best way to do that. You guys pray, that's something, so pray that either the Walmart in the neighborhood Walmart in Navarre can do that, or the Walmart in Navarre can do that for us, or the Publix would be able to do that as well. So, sorry, it's a lot of details, and I exhale with enthusiasm when I talk through a lot of details. So, I believe that's it. Of course, this is, assuming you're going to pick up these bundles from the office. That's also an action step for you. But yeah, 18 minutes and 40 seconds. We're into it. I know it's been a long video. Thank you guys for hanging in there. Please let me know if there's details that I'm missing. If there's something you can think of that I didn't think of. I tried to think of everything, but of course, there's probably some things I'm not thinking about. So the good news is you guys are the smartest people on the planet, and you can help us make it better. So it's good. Awesome. Thank you so much for what you do. Thank you for making sure that this Sunday's 6th birthday party is going to be one that is going to be incredible, that it's going to leave a lasting impression on our guests, and it's going to create some wow moments as we celebrate 6 years at Momentum Church. Thanks. You guys are the best.